Hey Raider Nation, we're about to face one of the toughest decisions of 2025, whether or not to renew the contract of safety Trayvon Moehrig. With solid performances over the past few seasons, he's become an important piece of the defense. But is he worth the investment? Let's dive deep into this analysis to understand the impact and possibilities of this big choice. Trayvon Moehrig, a second-round pick in the 2021 draft, has quickly established himself as a starter and a reliable piece of the Raiders' defense. Since his arrival, he has played nearly every game, demonstrating consistency and commitment. This stability has made him an indispensable piece in the secondary. Throughout his career, Moehrig has stood out for his versatility and ability to help both on the ground and in aerial coverage. While he may not be the most explosive player in the league, his consistency makes him a reliable player for coaches. This is especially important in an industry where mistakes can be costly. With his contract coming to an end, the Raiders are faced with a tough decision: pay him to stay on the market or seek alternatives. The impact of this decision extends beyond Moehrig, affecting the balance of the entire defense and potentially the culture of the team. Moehrig has shown remarkable growth since entering the NFL. In his last 2 full seasons, he has accumulated 5 interceptions and 2.5 sacks, in addition to making several key plays against the run game. His 84.9 grade in run defense, according to Pro Football Focus, highlights his effectiveness in this crucial aspect of the game. Despite his contribution against the run game, Moehrig has struggled in pass coverage. In 2023, he allowed 88% of passes thrown his way, with a 106.6 passer rating allowed. Those numbers are concerning, but they don't erase the overall impact he's had on the Raiders' defense. It's important to consider that even with these flaws, Moehrig remains a valuable player. He's reliable, rarely misses games, and understands the team's defensive system well. These factors increase his value to both the Raiders and other teams. The NFL safety market has been on a downward trend in recent years. Even elite players are struggling to command the kind of million-dollar contracts they once did. This could benefit the Raiders, allowing them to negotiate a more affordable deal for Moehrig if he wants to stay in Las Vegas. On the other hand, analyst Marcus Moser of the 33rd team believes Moehrig could attract offers in the $13 million per year range, depending on interest from other teams. That would be a tough number to justify for the Raiders, given their salary cap limitations and other roster priorities. With more conservative projections pointing to a contract in the $10 million per year range, the Raiders may have an opportunity to re-sign Moehrig at a more reasonable cost. However, if competition increases, that amount may become unaffordable for the team. If Moehrig is not re-signed, the Raiders risk losing him to a team with more financial flexibility. Players with his consistency and versatility are highly valued by teams looking to shore up their defense without relying on expensive stars. Teams that are rebuilding or have cap space could see Moehrig as an ideal addition. He's young, reliable, and has proven that he can adapt to different defensive schemes. That increases the chances of him receiving attractive offers in free agency. Moehrig's departure would also leave a significant hole in the Raiders' defense. Replacing him wouldn't be easy, especially if the team has to invest time and resources into developing a new player or signing someone on the open market. Moehrig plays a key role in the Raiders' defensive scheme, especially against the run game. His ability to read plays and react quickly makes him a crucial ally in stopping the run, an area where the team has struggled in previous years. Additionally, his versatility allows him to play in different roles, whether as a safety deep or closer to the line of scrimmage. This flexibility gives Coach Patrick Graham more options to develop defensive strategies tailored to his opponents. However, inconsistency in pass coverage is something that could limit his impact. Still, Moehrig's skill set makes him a valuable asset that the Raiders will have a hard time replacing should he leave the team. The Raiders enter the 2025 season with significant salary cap challenges. Re-signing Moehrig could deplete the budget for other areas that need strengthening, such as the defensive line and wide receiver group. The team needs to evaluate whether the cost-benefit of keeping Moehrig justifies the impact on other signings. While he is an important piece, The price to re-sign him could mean giving up reinforcements in other areas that are equally important. On the other hand, letting Moehrig leave without a capable replacement would also be problematic. The front office will need to get creative to balance the books and keep the defense competitive in 2025. If Moehrig is not re-signed, the Raiders will have to look for options on the safeties market. There are cheaper players who can fill the role, but quality and adaptation to the defensive system will be important issues. Another option is to invest in young talent through the draft. Although more cost-effective, this strategy carries risks, as rookies may take time to adapt to the pace of the NFL and the demands of the tactical scheme. Signing a seasoned veteran is also an option, but the veteran market typically offers limited value for money. That decision will be one of the toughest for the Raiders in 2025. Raiders fans are divided on Moehrig's future. Some believe he is indispensable and deserves a re-signing, while others believe the team should explore more affordable options on the open market or in the draft. The arguments in Moehrig's favor include his consistency, versatility, and importance to the defense. On the other hand, his pass coverage numbers raise questions about the cost of keeping him, especially if he commands a hefty contract. Regardless of the decision, it's clear that Moehrig has earned the respect of Raider Nation. Now, it's up to the front office to decide whether he's part of the team's future. In addition to Moehrig, the Raiders will have other major contract issues to deal with in 2025. Players like Max Crosby and Davante Adams also significantly impact the team's budget, forcing tough decisions about priorities. Renewing contracts for stars like Crosby could further limit financial flexibility. That puts even more pressure on the decision of whether to re-sign Moehrig. The balance between retaining key players and strengthening the roster will be crucial to the Raiders' success. Each decision will have a direct impact on the team's future competitiveness. Trayvon Moehrig is a reliable and important player for the Raiders' defense. However, his market value could make it difficult for the team to justify a multi-million-dollar extension. The final decision will depend on how the front office assesses the financial and strategic impact of keeping him on the roster. Regardless of who they choose, the Raiders need to ensure their defense remains competitive in 2025. Losing Moehrig without a clear plan for a replacement could be a mistake, but re-signing at a high price also carries risks. Raider Nation, the word is yours. What would you do in the front office's shoes? Comment your thoughts, like the video, and subscribe to the channel for more Raiders news and analysis.